Now, Leo. Ugh. See about your guys' energy. Wow, Leo, light. Like a sense of accomplishment. Like you feel like you've accomplished something. Okay. If you like the channel, absolutely like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload another video. If you're interested in personal read, the information is in the description box down below. There's no extended to the full moon reads. There are extended to twin flame reads, and I will be finishing those. I tried to finish them yesterday. Tried to finish full moon reads yesterday. I'm so sorry. My son was doing good, and there was complications yesterday, and their case is complicated. So I mean, you get good days and bad days until he gets back to where he was, until he gets better. So it's a healing process. Healing is a process. Healing is a process. Healing is a process. Healing is a process. Long process. It's a process. It's like layers need to be peeled back. Healing. Look in your wounds. Wait a minute. Look in your wounds. Reconnecting. Why do we get with the fire signs that it's going to be like this is where I'm heading, nothing's going to stop me? But there's like this sense of accomplishment with Leo here. But it's a process of like mending after something's happened. But you've gone through this process of mending and healing. Why do you keep getting that? Like you keep hearing broken leg. I don't even think it's a physical thing. Like it was like almost like a spiritual thing. Broken leg. Now I'm picking it up like that with spiritual broken leg. That's because it's like took a misstep spiritually. That means you have to re-gauge which direction you're going down. This is your road, that type of thing. But it's like it was just a minor thing. Like you're healing from this. It was just minor. It was no big deal. It's like it's a and if this is someone you're dealing with, oh, this could be an energy of somebody you're dealing with. It's like trap being set for someone else, and then they stepped into their own trap. This could have been somebody working against you, and then they stepped into their own trap. Or if you get so angry at, oh my gosh, like the fire signs are in shadow of themselves. Like, I don't get it. Using fire not the way it's meant to be used. Because I feel like it's like a fighting, not a fighting. Like so mad that setting traps for, like you feel like you've been wronged. And someone trying to either set a trap for you or you're setting a trap for others. Like the Leo connection here is trap being set. But that they're stepping into their own trap. Or that if you're setting a trap, then you're going to step into it. Spiritual broken leg means that you didn't do this the right way. That you didn't take care of this the right way. So the mending of it is correcting past wrongs. So you're going to have to mend this, especially if you feel like if you're spiritually not walking your path, that means that you've stepped into your own trap, you've stepped into a hole. You need to take a minute, pause, and heal from it. But what it is an indication of something that you did that you shouldn't have done, or you reacted a way that you shouldn't have reacted. But I feel like you're correcting the situation. Like you're correcting it. This could be friends, family, coworkers, could be about work, could be relationship. But I feel like you didn't react the right way, and you know you didn't react the right way, so you're trying to correct it. You're trying to go back and say, no, like, what did I do wrong? Like, I see now. Like, it's one of those things where, yeah, because I feel like it's like spiritually you're walking your path or this road. And I feel like it wasn't even a road that was meant for you. Like it was a road that you took, the side road. Because if the road is meant for you, I don't feel like it's going to be one of those things where you have to, no, it goes back to the obstacle course. You were trying to sidestep karma for something that you said or something that you did. You were trying to sidestep it. You couldn't sidestep it. Because each of us, look, we all get corrected. It's no big deal. We all get corrected. That's the point of walking the spiritual path. But I feel like you got corrected big time. Like spiritually, you just felt off because you felt like I didn't do this the right way. Could have been manipulative, but manipulative in a way of trying to guard yourself and trying to protect something, maybe trying to protect something that wasn't even yours, because other people isn't yours. They don't belong to you. Nobody belongs to you. But trying to get someone else to do what you wanted them to do, that type of thing. But the obstacle course is there for you to navigate through the connections with other people while you make this decision. Well, it's the decision that's been made. So you've made a decision on your own, and it's to really look at what you've done. Self-awareness, which means growth. But I feel like you've been put in a timeout to be made to look at it. And we've all been in a timeout before, so there's no judgment. We've all been put in timeout. We've all sidestepped. We've all had to learn from our mistakes. You learn from it. You use that wisdom to help others through it. It's that type of thing. I just feel like you felt off and then you got right. Like you're back on the road again. And you're pushing forward, but it's taking care of yourself now. Like there's growth in that. Because that's the thing. I just feel like it was like a sidestep. Worry, paranoia. It was like believing something that wasn't true. But you've already taken care of that. Like you've been illuminated to it. Like it's light bulb has come on, light shining, you know. All right, let's get into your read. Great Creator, Father God, Divine Mother, Mother Mary, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. I just pray and ask for wisdom and clarity and protection for any messages need to come through for the collective sign of Leo for this, their full moon and Virgo read. In Jesus' name, amen. Full moon in Virgo was for yesterday. It's now moved into Libra. We're still in the energy, like it's moved in, it's transitioning to Libra energy, but there's still this Virgo undertones to the energy that's a decision has been made and how is it being carried out? And I have to look ahead to decisions and how to play this out. So in the obstacle course, I just feel like the way you're navigating the obstacle course, you've learned your lessons from previous transitions. And you're taking a look at it because I feel like you didn't think, like it was almost like I don't have to think about that person when I navigate this, but you sidestepped into something. That's where it's like a spiritual broken leg means you have to take a minute, figure out which direction you were walking because it affects your walk, is what it does. But it's a healing time. I'm not picking up a physical broken leg. I'm picking up spiritual broken leg. All right, let's start out with the Moonology deck, then Moonology manifestations, and then Crow Tarot. Because that's the thing too, is that if you're not navigating your own path the right way, then you will be set at almost like I said, timeout. And see, we deal with karma for everything we do. That's the reason you put in good karma, the way you reap good karma, rather than dealing with bad karma. Okay, hold on a second. Middle read. Almost done. Okay, Leo. All right, let's get back to the read. Moonology, then Moonology manifestations, then Crow Tarot. So you're healing, you've learned from what's happening, and I feel like you're trying to undo what you've done. It could be as simple as a judgment call against someone that wasn't justified. Like you saw the situation differently than what it is. Even be picking up, well, even feel like you're just relinquishing control. Like you have no control over the situation. That too is a big lesson in learning about karma, learning about who you are, learning about your responsibilities. It's like a self-awareness thing. A new start is coming. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn and new moon. Just feel like it's a moment of getting back to yourself. One more shuffle. All right, one card off the top, one card off the bottom. Here we go. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal moon, one off the bottom. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Okay, if you felt like you wronged someone, or there's a situation that needs to be fixed or needs to be taken care of, if that makes sense, then fix it. If this is a situation where neither of you are speaking to each other, so much has happened, even apologizing, making the first move to say, I'm sorry that this happened this way, you know, and making amends will actually, it does healing for yourself as much as the other person too. So I feel like there was something here to where it's like a sidestep. Broken leg spiritually, because I was asking if it was physical or spiritual, and it was spiritual. Broken leg spiritually just means that navigating your path the right way, that you have to be set in time out to figure it out type thing. All right, one more shuffle. Moonology manifestations. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the big picture. See the bigger picture. Full moon in Aquarius. Be real. And new moon in Cancer. Relax. If this is something that's releasing from your life, because I see the full moons here and the new moons. That's the thing too. Full moon cycle, the moon is furthest away from the sun, her divine masculine. Moon is divine feminine, and the furthest away from the sun that she is, the more she releases that light out, the light that the divine masculine has given. So this is time of releasing. This could be one of those things that you're not speaking to someone in years and then realizing your part in the situation and having to go back and apologize and say, I was wrong. Like there was things here that was said that I was wrong and it's taken me this long to figure it out. And I just want to make this right and really feel like even if you don't want to start again and don't want a connection with me, I don't want to leave it this way. It's that type of thing. Like it's releasing old wounds. And I feel like this is how it's being released because that situation, I feel like that situation calls that. A spiritual broken leg would be you're not navigating your path the right way. There's unforgiveness there and you have to release that. You have to really bring forgiveness into the situation. But when we forgive, that's what I want to say too. When we go through a forgiveness journey, many people, yeah, there was an argument. But that's the funny thing is that you manifested this argument. You were trying to get out of the situation. You were trying to get out of this. We manifest tower moments. We manifest arguments. We manifest releasing people. We manifest manifest like things coming apart as much as we do good things, beginning of relationships, because things have to fall for other things to build. You have to plant the seeds, let the seeds die in the ground before they can grow. And I feel like you manifested this. You manifested this confrontation. But I also feel like it was one of those things of you were looking for a reason. Now I think it's being honest with yourself. And it could have been too, because we get into those connections where we're not supposed to be there. And what ends up happening is it pushes us off our path. The spiritual broken leg is not navigating our spiritual path the right way. It's not being in the place we're supposed to be. It's not doing as we know to do. Making wrong decisions, The spiritual broken leg is to set us in time out to heal, to get us through it for the minute, and then figure out what we did wrong. And I feel like this is like a self-reflection type energy. I wouldn't be, yeah, see that? Magician again, 7 of Wands. Like you manifested clearing out blocks. I feel like this connection was clearing out blocks. Be real, see the bigger picture, relax. Hermit energy. The Magician's going to end up coming out. I know it is. It's already revealed itself twice, so I'd be surprised if it didn't. All right, let's get into the tarot. There's Death card. Queen of Swords. And I mean, honestly, this could be a business. Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. Hierophant. 6 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. And there's Leo energy. There you are. Death and rebirth. Queen of Swords, standing your own power. Queen of Pentacles, receiving this abundance, wealth, but being in your head. This is, I just feel like it's multiple layers here. Relationship, connections. This could be family. Someone that's coming across like they're committed to you and they're not committed, because this is you walking away. And relearning how to set boundaries for yourself. And learning and really grasping hold of your inner strength again. Because I feel like this was debilitating. I feel like that was crippling. But I just get that sense of white knuckling it, like trying to hold on to something that you couldn't hold on to. And like I said, this could have been business. This could be family relationships, friends, a connection that you had or felt like you had. Like it was like white knuckling it and trying to hold on to it. The best way to go through a connection is not try to white knuckle it. You release and let go. And if the closer the two of you connect with each other, the closer you get to the divine, keep connecting. If you're fighting for their attention, you're fighting for this, you're fighting for that, and then you're not connecting with someone you're meant to connect with, then you have to then sit down and say, where do I need to be? Where am I supposed to be? What is going on? What, that type of thing. But you've been in your head about this. Like it's almost like you're walking away with finances. Like you're walking away with wealth. But this is really being trapped in your head about whether or not this person was committed to your cause. Committed to the cause. Committed to your cause. Committed to your calls, like phone calls. And I feel like that's you walking away and learning the places that you were really defensive about too, or learning what their defenses were. But the direction is away from this. Excuse me. Why do I feel like that's what you have to look at? Like, I feel like you're being set down. You're being placed in a position where you have to sit down and heal. And not even heal, but look at your responsibility in this. which is also healing. This is shadow work. So you're dealing with your own shadows here. If you want to bring forgiveness into the situation, you're going to have to take a hard look at yourself. You are going to have to take a hard look at yourself. You're going to have to awaken to, and that's part of the awakening process, is awakening to the part that we've played in it. I mean, you could feel like you're the most innocent person on the planet, still had a part to play in whatever happens to you. Like, it's up to you of your circumstance. You can get yourself out of circumstances. You can. But you're going to have to sit down and spend time with yourself. And I don't feel like you wanted to do that in the past. I mean, I feel like this is a reality moment. But if you tap into who you are and embrace who you are and really authentically be that person. I am shocked that the magician didn't show up. But I feel like you've manifested this for yourself. If we're someplace where we're not supposed to be, we grow stagnant. If we are not giving out the way we're supposed to give out, and it's very controlling and it's very restrictive, we get stagnant. And a lot of different things start happening. Then it's one of those moments where you're like, why is everything dried up? Why can't I get answers? Why can't I, why is this happening? Why is that happening? It's usually because you're in a place you're not supposed to be. And it's a stagnancy that's happened. So there's really, creativity is a flow of liquid. It's a flow of water. It's a flow of resources. And it's this flow. You give out, you receive, and then you give out, you receive. And if you are not giving out, even in your connections to your partner, if you're not giving out the way you are meant to, and if you're really acting in these narcissistic, and I'm not calling anybody a narcissist, that's not what I'm saying. Narcissistic tendencies is to be selfish. That's all it is. And if you're thinking about yourself to where it's like, I want this, I need this, you have to be here for me, very manipulative energy. And each of us, that's our shadow that we have to deal with, is manipulation. It's wanting this now and trying to get it by any means necessary, that type of energy. But I feel like you're awakening to this. Like you're looking at it going, oh, this is what I did. And I feel like too, I just keep hearing that. Like it was a lesson or a divine experiment in belief, divine experiment in a cause. Like it was a divine experiment. It's weird. Like a social experiment or something. So that if this is working with others, like workplace, socially, a divine experiment. But one of those things that just, and you didn't understand why it didn't happen the way you wanted it to happen or expected it to happen. Like there's questions here that you have, stuck in your head. Committed to the cause. And I just keep getting that someone wasn't committed to this. Family, friends, coworkers, business partners. Like this could be many different levels. This could even be something as simple as, I want to move here. Do you want to move there? And then family, roommates or someone you're in a connection with goes, yeah, I would love to move there. Then you're doing the work to move everyone. And the person is like, yeah, I'd like to move there, not right now. Oh no, we have to move now because, and Leos too have a tendency to where if they want to get something done, they want it done now. The 8s here are new beginning, but this is finding yourself again, just rediscovering who you are. You're going to have to face these shadows though, in order to pull yourself out of this. And 2, that's the other thing too. Would you like to make this official, or would you like to get married? Yes, would like to get married. It doesn't mean that they want to get married to this person. It may mean, oh yeah, I would love to get married someday. But then it's not on the table because, you see where I'm going? It's just, it's like one of those things of making assumptions. Like, I feel like that's what's happening here, like making assumptions. You're going to have to be real and see this realistically. Bringing love into the situation. Love yourself. Walk away. Look at your boundaries. Like, look at different things. And this could also be learning someone else's boundaries. Learning who they really are. Friends, family, you know. Committed to the cause. I just keep getting that. Committed to the cause. And the person wasn't as committed as you wanted them to be. Like, Leos are very, everybody's got to be all in. You got to do this because it's about me. Like, Leos have a tendency to do that. Like, I'm the head of the pride. You gotta agree with me, period. I know I gave birth to a Leo. My God, teenager. You go round and round with him for days about politics, religion. I tend to sidestep those conversations, those topics, because when Leos want something to happen, they don't take in, they'll take into consideration your opinion. They just don't think it's right. So if you want someone that's very, like, determined in the way they feel, put a Leo in the room. And if this is someone you're dealing with, I just feel like you were dealing with someone that had other plans. And now it's time to focus on yourself. Relax, heal, come back to who you are. And then the energy of this full moon, I think the realization, the awakening moment is going to be there. Of, oh, this is what that meant. This is what they meant when they said that. This is what happened. And then, and I kept picking up on that, righting wrongs. Like phone calls to old friends, phone calls to people that you feel like you've had a falling out with, apologies exchanged. Because I feel like there's a deeper look at yourself here. So for the collective sign of Leo, it's your full moon in Virgo read. Love and light.